Good evening, and I welcome you, students. In the previous lecture, we have told you very important information. What is acceleration due to gravity? What we explained to you, students? What is G? What is acceleration due to gravity? What is acceleration due to gravity? For this, we asked you, what do you mean by a free fall? What do you mean by a free fall? Earth is attracting the objects towards itself by a force which is called the gravitational force. When the only force with which objects are being attracted towards Earth is the gravity of the Earth, gravitational force, then what we call this as a free fall of the objects. Is it correct?
Yes, sir.
We talk the free fall of the objects. That means the objects are falling on the ground only under the force of the gravity or gravitational force. No other force is acting on the objects. So that is what we mean by free fall of the objects. And we also told you what do you mean by acceleration due to gravity. As we said, when objects are falling freely on the earth, then what will happen? Earth is exerting a gravitational force on the free falling objects, and as a result of which, what is happening? The velocity is increasing, and the direction of the object remains the same, but velocity keep on increasing. As a result of which, there is an acceleration which is produced in the object due to the gravitational force of the earth, due to the gravity of the earth. That is what we call as acceleration due to gravity. And we were able to find the value of this acceleration due to gravity. How did we find the value of this? What we applied? How did we find the value of G? How was it obtained, student? Which laws were used for finding the value of G?
G is equal to capital G into m by d square.
G is equal to capital G into m by
D square.
r square. We assumed d equal to r for the objects which are near to the earth. How this was obtained? What laws were used to obtain this value? G is the gravitational constant. G is the gravitational constant. M is the mass of the earth. R is the radius of the earth. What is the value of G? What was the value of G?
6.7 into 10 raised by minus 11.
Units. What are the units?
Newton meter square per kg square.
And what you already know, M is the mass of the earth, and R radius of the earth. The value came out to be 9.8 per meter per second square. Which two laws were used, student? F is equal to m into A, which is F is equal to m into G. What is that? Gravitational force, m into G, where m is a mass, G is the acceleration due to gravity. This is the second law of motion. And what is the gravitational law? Gravitational force, universal law of gravitation, is equal to Gm into m by d square. So this is the universal law of gravitation. So by using these two equations, 1 and 2, if we equate together, we got the value of G equal to Gm by r square. Does the value of G depends on the mass of the object? Does
No,
it
sir.
depends on mass of object?
No, sir.
No. Therefore, you can take a hollow sphere, you can take a filled sphere, you can take any solid substance or any mass, then the value of G will remain the same. the acceleration due to gravity will continue to be 9.8 meter per second square. But in some cases, just as we have used a piece of paper and then we have used a piece of ball, and we found that the paper traveled at a lesser rate as compared to the ball. What was the reason? What was the reason in that case?
Air resistance.
Air resistance. So air resistance became important in such cases, and due to the friction, the resistance offered by air, the paper was able to have a slower rate as compared to the ball. But we know that if we do the experiment in vacuum where there is no air, both the paper and the ball will reach the ground at the same rate at the same time. Is it true? So this is important, very, very important formula. The Earth's gravity is pulling the objects towards itself with a force and with a gravitational, with the acceleration, which is 9.8 meter per second square. So when they are falling towards the Earth, we will take this value g, and if they are going above the Earth, what happens? Then this value will become negative, and we can apply the three equations of motion which we have told you in this case. Important point to note, student, why is the value of g is maximum at the pole and minimum at the equator? The question has been asked repeatedly. What happens at the pole, and what is the difference between pole and equator of the Earth, students? What is that? If we have Earth, so you are saying something like this. This is your pole, this is your equator, these are equal. No, this is the center of the Earth. So radius of Earth is smaller where? At the pole than at the equator, and therefore you know g is equal to g m by r the square. So when r will be small, g will be more, and when r will be longer, the g will become small. The result will be the value of g will be maximum where? Where is the value of g is maximum?
At the poles.
So g is maximum at the pole. So the value, this is important, they will ask such question to you. G will be maximum at pole of the Earth because the r is the smallest here, radius. They also result, Earth is not truly spherical, as we said, it is not truly spherical. Earth's surface is farther from its center at the equator than at its pole. This would result in larger g values at the pole. Important point, this is a very, very important point to note. The acceleration due to gravity is maximum at pole because the poles are nearer to the center of the mass of the Earth, and equator is somewhere far away from the center of mass of the Earth. And also acceleration due to gravity is slightly affected by centrifugal force due to the rotation of the Earth. You also know Earth is rotating. So there is a centrifugal force which is also acting on the Earth. Earth is rotating around the sun, you already know. So about 9.7 at the equator, 9.7 at the equator to 9.3832 at the poles. See which is more? 9.832 at the poles. So an object will weigh approximately 0.5% more at the poles than at the equator. Is it correct? So the weight will be more where? W is equal to m into g. So g is more at the poles. So weight will be more at where? Pole. The weight of the object will be more at poles than at the equator. Clear? Important point, that approximately 0.5% more at the pole than at the equator. Important questions from this subtopic will be asked to the students in many ways. You know, if you weigh some gold at this point, what will happen? If you take the same gold, what will happen to that? It will weigh more or less?
Less.
the weight of the gold will become more at this point. So if gold is a very costly metal, therefore you can weigh, purchase it at the equator and sell it at the pole, the weight will become more. Interesting. What is the zero gravity? You have seen the story of the astronauts floating in the spacecrafts. What is that? Zero gravity can simply be defined as state or condition of weightlessness. It refers to a state in which the net or apparent effect of gravitational force is zero. Hence, they experience zero gravity or weightlessness. So there could be a place where the gravity is zero. There is no gravitational force. Then what will happen? We'll experience what? Weightlessness, or what we call as condition of zero gravity. Contrary to popular belief, there is no such thing as zero gravity. Weightlessness and zero gravity are two different things. The Earth's gravity keeps the moon in orbit. In other words, they are basically in a state of constant free fall. That's why they are weightless. What is happening? Moon is orbiting. The Earth's gravity keeps the moon in orbit. So they are in a state of constant free fall. And that's why they are weightless. The sensation of weightlessness or zero gravity happens when the effects of gravity are not felt. Technically speaking, gravity does exist everywhere in the universe because it is defined as a force that attracts two bodies toward each other. But astronauts in space usually do not feel its effect. See the interesting thing? When we talk of gravitational force, it is a force between any two objects which have masses. So then when we talk of zero gravity, how it is possible? But the sensation of weightlessness happens when we don't experience the effects of gravity. Technically, gravity does exist, what we are saying. There is some force of attraction because you are having masses around you. But astronauts usually do not feel its effect. You have seen the pictures of astronauts floating in the spacecraft. You have seen the pictures? This is an important information about the gravity. Now we are coming to another important part, student. What is mass? What is mass, student? Will your mass change if you go from one place to another place, or will your mass change if you go from Earth to any other planet, or if the mass of the object will change? What is actually mass? It is the amount of matter in a body. I'm saying it is the amount of matter in a body. Amount of matter, student. If I have a body, student, what matter it is made up of, that amount of matter. Does that amount of matter change when I take this body to any other place? Tell me, will it change?
No, sir. No, sir.
If I have this matter, mass, I am on Earth, you take this on moon, what will happen? If I say m is the mass, then the mass is same. Doesn't matter. You can put it anywhere. The quantity of matter is not changing. So we can define mass as a measure of the amount of matter in a body. SI unit will be kilogram. What will be the SI unit? The mass of a body does not change at any time. And mass is also measured as a measure of what? Objects' inertia. We have studied in the chapter of motion. The objects continue to be in a state of rest or motion. Why? Due to, you are saying, inertia. And inertia depends on, what is the inertia depends on? Mass. Inertia depends on mass of the objects. So more the mass, more the inertia. So it is a measure of, mass is a measure of objects' inertia. More the mass, more the inertia. It is a property of the material. So it does not change with place. Important point. Mass does not change with place. So mass does not change with place. Remains same whether object is on Earth, the moon, or even in outer space. Mass on object is constant and does not change from place to place. Very important property. Mass is a scalar quantity. Mass is a scalar quantity. It has a magnitude, whatever magnitude is there. Important, note down all these things about the mass, very, very important. Now, what do we mean by weight? What do you mean by weight, student? Weight is a force. If I say this is my object and you are saying weight is the force with which this object is attracted towards the earth. This is my earth. So if m is the mass, then what happens? The earth is attracting the object by a gravitational force. What is that? Acceleration due to gravity. So what will be the weight? Will be equal to W is equal to m into g. So weight is the force of the object on earth is weight of an object on earth is a force by which it is attracted towards the earth. So we know earth attracts every object with a certain force, and this force depends on mass of the object and acceleration due to gravity. So what we are saying, that earth is attracting every other body with a certain force, and this depends on mass into g, where m is the mass of the body and g is the acceleration due to gravity. So weight of an object is the force with which it is attracted towards the earth. If I write F is equal to mass into acceleration force, then we replace A by G. That will be the weight of the body. Weight of the body. Now, important point to note, student, here. On an earth, we can assume G is almost constant. If I assume earth to be spherical, I know at all the points around the earth, we can say that G is 9.8 meter per second square. So G is constant. If G is constant, student, then I can say the force or the weight is directly proportional to mass. It is directly proportional to mass of the object. What is this? Mass of the object. Mass of the object. And due to this reason, at a given place, we can use weight of an object. So at a given place, I can assume the mass of the object equal to its weight. Why? Because G is constant. So G is a constant. The mass of the object remains same everywhere on Earth and on any planet, and because the weight depends on the location, because G depends on the location. So when we are weighing something, we are saying, okay, the value of G is constant throughout, and therefore we can say whatever mass we are saying, that is also the weight of the body. Mass is 5 kg, then I say, oh, my mass is, you are saying 50 kg, then I say my weight is 50 kg. The reason is G is a constant, and on the earth we can assume that this value is already known to us to be a constant. It is not changing. It is not changing. Important points to note, as the weight of an object is a force. Weight of an object is a force, with which it is attracted toward the earth. The SI unit of weight is same as force. So what is the SI unit of force? What will be that? F Newton.
Yes, sir.
And what is a Newton? N M into G. What is M? Kilogram meter per second inverse is Newton. This is the SI unit of the weight. So SI unit of the weight is same as the SI unit of force. SI unit. The SI unit of weight is the same as SI unit of force. SI unit of weight is equal to SI unit of force. Both are equal. Both are equal. The SI unit of weight and SI unit of force are equal. Are equal. Hello. Hello. Good afternoon. Good evening. 5 हुई है, अभी मेरी क्लास चल रही है, उसके पास है रिकॉर्ड। अभी मेरी क्लास चल रही है, मैं बाद में बात करता हूँ। हाँ हाँ ठीक है। अच्छा ठीक है, ओके नो प्रॉब्लम, ओके ओके। हाँ 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 ओके। All right. So SI unit of weight will be what? Same as the SI unit of force. So SI unit of weight is equal to SI unit of the force. Okay. So what I have, SI unit of force Newton, the weight is also Newton. So we have learned the value of G is constant at a given place. Therefore, at a given place, weight of the object is directly proportional to the mass. Weight is equal to M into G. Weight is directly proportional to mass. G is constant. And it is due to this reason that at a given place, we can use the weight of an object as a measure of the mass. The mass of an object remains same everywhere, that is on Earth and on any planet, whereas weight depends on the location. So we understand now what is the difference between mass and weight. Is it clear? So this is an important question that they will ask you. Mass and weight, important question, students. They will ask you. Clear?
Yes.
Noted?
Yes.
All this information is very important. Anytime, any type of questions can be asked. Please note it down. After you will note down, then I will proceed further. You can take sip water, students, and I say, oh, water heal me. Water is a great healer. It provides us very good energy, and we will keep on sipping water. If we don't drink glasses, we can sip water slowly and slowly. As important point to note, G changes with location, so does the weight. As we said, why the weight changes when you move from pole to the equator? Why the weight changes, you know? Because weight is equal to M into G. So what is happening? G changes. G changes from with the location. G changes with the location. Then what will happen? The weight will also change. What is happening here? See, this is your Earth. You see the weight here is 983 newtons. And as you are traveling from this is your pole, supposing you can see this is small, this radius is bigger. As you are traveling toward this direction, what is happening? The weight is increasing or decreasing?
Decreasing.
So as you move from pole, as as we move from pole towards equator, what is happening? The weight W is equal to mg, the weight W is equal to mg decreases. Why? Because G decreases. G is inversely proportional to R the square. So when G will decrease, students, what is going to happen, as you can see? Therefore, the weight will depend on the location. Weight depends on location. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
But mass does not depend. Mass does not depend on location. Noted? Then we proceed further. Weight of an object on the moon. Now important point is coming, student. If I am here and I go to moon, what will happen to my mass? Will it change?
No, sir.
My mass will change? Tell me.
No, sir.
Mass is not changing. But what happens to the weight, student? When will the weight of an object be same on the moon as on the earth? Important.
No, sir.
The weight of the object will not be same on the moon. Why? So if I am on earth, if I move to the moon, my weight will not be same. Why the weight will change when we move to the moon? What is the reason?
Because gravitational force is changing.
The gravitational force is what it depends. You have studied the gravitational force. F is equal to, how much is that? G m into m by r square. It depends on the mass, radius. So when the gravitational attraction will change, the result will be weight will also change because weight is m into g. The value of g will change. The result of that will be weight will also change. As a result, the gravitation attraction on moon is about 1/6 when compared to Earth. How much on moon? The gravitational attraction. ठीक है, on moon is 1/6 of the gravitational attraction on earth. ठीक है, gravitational attraction on moon is 1/6 of the gravitational attraction on earth. Therefore, what will happen? The weight of the object on moon will become how much? So weight of an object on moon will become 1/6 of its weight on earth. Because the moon's gravitational force is determined by the mass and size of the moon. The mass of the moon is less, the size of the moon is also less as compared to earth. We know about it. Therefore, the gravitational attraction on moon is less. The weight of the objects will become less. Can we find and can we perform the calculation of this? Can we derive the formula for this, students? That what will be the weight of an object on the moon? How will we derive this formula, derivation? Note down this, we will proceed further. Here we are going to find the weight of object on the moon. Weight of object on moon. You already know G is equal to Gm by R square. ठीक है? And the weight is given by Wm into G, right? We already know about these things. So if I put, students, if this is my weight, if I put the value of G from here, what will I get? M, ठीक है? G M by R square. Is it correct? So I may simplify it. M into M by R the square. Is this correct?
Yes, sir.
G is a constant. G is a gravitational constant, student, we know. And if I consider the weight of the earth, G is a gravitational constant, it will become the mass of the earth into small m, the mass of the object, and it will become the radius of the earth, And if I consider the weight on moon, what will be the change? G is constant. Then you have mass of the moon into mass of the object divided by radius of the moon. Am I right? Equation 1, equation 2. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So if I want to find the weight on earth, I can write the weight on earth will be, students, that is capital G is constant in both the cases and small m is also constant in both the cases. So what I need only the mass of the earth. How much is the mass of the earth? These are celestial bodies. The mass of the earth is given. How much is the mass of earth? I can say G into M is constant. What is the mass of the earth? Tell me.
5.98 into 10 raised to 24.
24 plus 24 kg. And what is the radius or the square, student? 6.37 into 10 power 6 the square. ठीक है? This is the radius of the earth. What value we will get? Simplify this. You have 2 minutes. What will be the answer coming? For the earth, weight of the earth in terms of G and M. G and M. Don't cancel G and M because they are present in both the equations. The weight on the earth is coming how much, student? It will come to be 1.474 10 power 11 into G into M. Into G into M. Similarly, you may find the weight on moon, students. Weight on moon G and M is constant. What is the mass of the moon? 7.36 into 10 power 22 kilogram divided by what is the radius of the moon? 1.74 into 10 power 6 the square. Now if you calculate this value, how much it is coming? 2.431 into 10 power 10 into G into M. So you have got two equations. You have got two equations. Weight of the earth and weight of the moon in terms of G and M. G and M. ठीक है? Equation
Yes, sir.
1, equation 2, student. Or if I have 1 and 2 already, let me say equation 3 and equation 4. So this is my equation 4. This is my equation 3, students. From 3 and 4, if I divide 3 by 4, what will we get, student? Or if I divide weight of the moon by weight of the earth, okay, let me do it like this. These are my 3 and 4. Equation 3, equation 4, divide equation 4 by equation 3. So we'll get weight of the moon divided by weight of the earth, students. This G and M will cancel. G and M are present in both the cases. So what is that value? 2.431 into 10 power 10 divided by 1.474 into 10 power 11. What is this coming equal to? What is this value coming equal to, students?
0.165.
Okay, that is about 1/6. So the weight on moon is 1/6 of the weight on earth. Here we have shown the calculation again. If you have any doubt, you can see weight of the object on moon is 1/6 of its weight on earth. Very important result. Got the result?
Yes, sir.
So any object, if it goes from earth to moon, its weight will become 1/6. Because the moon's gravitational force is 1/6 of that of the earth. But mass will remain the same. There will be no change in mass. This is important, very, very important question they will ask you. They have asked you to derive this by the calculations. So they will give you the mass of the earth, radius of the earth, mass of moon, radius of the moon, or I can give you any other planet and ask you find the weight of the object on any other planet, I can say. So if we know the gravitational force of that planet, if we know the value of G, how it will vary, then we can easily find. That depends on what? The mass and radius of the planet, mass and size of the planet. So we can find if you are moving from one planet to another planet, what will happen to their weight? Your weight is decreasing if the value of gravitational force is decreasing. And if the value of gravitational force increases, what will happen? Your weight will increase. Which is the largest planet?
Jupiter.
So what will happen in Jupiter then? The force of gravitational force will be more,
Yes, sir.
and then the weight will become more.
Yes.
Okay, then we should take a visit to different planets. That is possible in our dreams. You can sleep and imagine. Imagining is important in science. When we start imagining the things, we are moving from one planet to another. What is happening to weight? What is happening to day and night? What is happening to day and night, students? How many days and nights will be there? If the size of the planet becomes half of the Earth, what will happen? How many days and nights will become in 24 hours? So now we are coming with the top question, student. Top question. Number one, top question. We have already told you what is the mass and weight. First question is on the screen. Mass and object is 10 kg. What is its weight on the earth, student? You have 2 minutes to answer the question. What is the
98
answer?
Newton.
Mass of the object is 10 kg. What is the value of G9 on earth? Meter per second square. Then what is the weight? M into G, 10 kg into 9.8 meter per second square. How much it comes? How much it comes? 98 kilogram meter per second, which is also written as 98 newtons. 98 newtons. If I say that, what will be the mass? ठीक है, mass of 10 kg on moon, and what will be the weight of 10 kg object on moon? You have 2 minutes to answer the question. What will be the answer? Answer 2. What will be the mass on moon?
10 kg.
Mass will remain same. And what will be the weight? How much?
16.3 Newton.
What is this? If what 10 kg mass, what will is this? 10 kg mass is how much force? W is 98 newtons. So 98 newtons into 1 by 6. So how much it is coming?
16.3 Newton.
16.3 newtons.
Newton.
Okay. This is the weight on earth. Such questions are going to be there. We should know what we are talking about. Another question on the screen. An object weighs 10 newtons when measured on the surface of earth. What would be its weight when measured on the surface of the moon?
— 1.6 Newton.
Weight on moon is equal to 1 by 6th weight on earth. 1 by 6 into 10 newton. How much it is coming?
1.6 Newton.
1.66 newton is the weight on moon. They will ask you a question now. What are the differences between mass and its weight? And the top questions is coming. What are the differences between mass and weight, student? What answer is? We already answered that question. What is your answer? What is the difference between mass of an object and its weight?
Sir, mass remains same everywhere and weight differs with the location.
First, you should give the definition of the mass and weight. If you know nothing, give the definition of mass. We did not ask you that whether weight will be same or not. We asked you what is the difference between mass and weight. What is mass? Quantity of matter contained in a body. What is weight? Is a force with which an object is attracted by the gravitational force of Earth. So that is the difference. So give the definition of mass and definition of weight. W is equal to m into g. This is the quantity of matter. How did I define quantity of matter contained in an object? And this is the force with which an object is attracted towards the Earth's gravitational force, m into g. Question and answer have to be accordingly. Got it? Why is the weight of an object on moon 1/6 its weight on the Earth? What answer you are giving? What is
Sir,
the
because the weight is directly proportional to the gravity, and the gravitational force on moon is 1/6 that of Earth.
So the gravitational force of moon is 1/6. What you are saying? Gravitational force on moon is 1/6 of gravitational force on Earth because of what? Because of mass and size of the moon. G is equal to G m by R the scale. Clear?
Yes.
When we write an answer, we should know what answer we have to be given. Now here are some of the differences between mass and weight, student. You can note them down, very important. Mass and weight. Mass is the amount of matter contained in a body, number one. Weight is the force exerted on a body due to gravitational pull of another body such as Earth, Sun and Moon. As the weight will keep on changing on different places. It will be different on Moon, Sun or Earth or any other planet. Second, mass is intrinsic property. Intrinsic means internal property. It is not going to change. Weight is extrinsic. It depends on external force of gravitation. Mass is a measure of inertia. Weight is a measure of force. Mass of a body remains same everywhere. Weight of body depends on the local acceleration due to gravity. And mass of a body cannot be zero. Weight of a body can be zero. Weight of a body can be zero. The SI unit of mass is kilogram. SI unit of weight is Newton, is a force. Mass of a body can be measured using beam balance and pan balance. Weight of a body can be measured using spring balance and weighing machine. Spring balance and weighing machine. So these are important points, student. Note down. Note down all these points. The difference between mass and weight. I try to give you as many as possible. Note down everything. Noted?
Yes.
All right, this ends the second part of it. And next time we will begin something, a new topic. New topic will be there as we have discussed and solved very important questions and calculated and derived the formula what happens to the weight of the body on moon as compared to earth. This is an important question. Such questions will be there in the paper. And next time we are likely to discuss the thrust pressure and something totally different, new topic. Meanwhile, we want that you should be able to send our videos to at least 5 to 10 students and ask them to subscribe the channel so that we can work more and more and provide more valuable information to the students. Okay, we'll meet you in the next class. Bye bye.
Thank you, sir.